do at this time?
It's live stream.
Oh, okay.
All right. 36th District Court is now in session. I am Judge Shannon A. Holmes, and I'm serving as the presiding judge. I am ready to call the docket. There is a person on here, a J. Lee. Sir, you are not connected to audio. I don't know how we can communicate with you, but I'm not going to be able to do your case until you connect to audio. And so you need to connect to audio. With that, has someone contacted? Let's have everybody mute your device, please, until your case is called. And then has someone reached out to Attorney Harris to let her know we're ready to begin?
I will text her right now, Your Honor.
Attorney Harris had to go, but she gave her information to Attorney Fikens on the cases that she was handling. She had to leave the family things, but she did give all her information to Attorney Fikens.
All right, very good.
He's in a breakout room, I believe.
Okay, I'm ready to call my 1:30 docket. Let me start with the matters that are set for trial. Counsel, are we ready for the people? Are we ready to proceed?
We are ready on Officer Earl's case, Your Honor. I still need to hear back from Attorney Fikens on what we are doing with the other trial case. We do have proposed recommendations on that. It shouldn't take too long, but we are ready to call the first case, Your Honor.
All right, I have Mr. Atisha as my first case. And so, Mr. Reed, are you ready to proceed with Mr. Atisha's case?
I don't know what the recommendation is for Mr. Atisha, Judge. So the answer
Then
is
I need you, Mr. Reed, to go in the breakout room and then have Mr. Fikens come so we can start getting these cases done.
Absolutely. Ms. Wilson, would you put me in the breakout room and I'll send Mr. Fikens out?
And those people whose cases are finished, they need to come out as well. Sir, why would you think it's okay to smoke in my courtroom? Now, that's just disrespectful.
I didn't know I was on.
No, I didn't know what you didn't know. And I'm not even interested in that, sir. Because what I do know is, we're in court. So now I'm gonna turn your video off and I'm gonna get to you when I get to you today. I shouldn't have to tell grown people don't smoke in the courtroom. I shouldn't have to do that. Mr. Lee, have you gone into a breakout room to speak with an attorney? Okay, I don't know how to help Mr. Lee. I don't know how to help him other than I will send him again. Mr. Lee, please join the breakout room so that you can get the assistance that you need on your case. Mr. Fikens, are you coming in with the rest of your folks?
I can when you are ready, Judge. And I'm sorry.
Ready for those matters that are ready. I'm ready.
Thank you, Judge. I'll go back there and get him. And to Mr. Atisha, I'm not trying to fight his fight, Judge, but Mr. Atisha didn't know he was coming back into the regular courtroom. I didn't see him smoking in the breakout room.
Now, Mr. Fikens, I have on a robe and some pearls, and on my screen it says Judge Holmes. And so Mr. Atisha was sitting in this courtroom with everybody else. So even if he was in a breakout room, he shouldn't have been smoking.
He shouldn't have been.
And so definitely once he came out here, he should not be smoking.
And I don't know why he came out here, Judge.
I don't know, but he'll sit. He's gonna sit with me he'll be last.
I understood. Let me go back to the breakout room after that weak argument I just.
You're all right with me, Mr. Fikens.
I'll be right back.
If we can get the people back in.
Yes.
Attorney Rosenthal, did you look at the matter from the Attorney Mo for Mr. Al Abudi? Attorney Rosenthal? Oh, he left me. I was trying. Let's see, he'll be back, Attorney Mo.
All right, thank you, Your Honor.
You're
Appreciate that.
welcome. Attorney Rosenthal, have you had the
Yes, Your Honor.
opportunity to look at the documents from Attorney Mo?
I have not, Your Honor. I need to be placed in a breakout room with Attorney Mo to see the valid documentation. That's the only attorney I haven't spoke with as of now, Your Honor.
All right, Ms. Wilson, if you can make that happen, please do.
Thank you, Your Honor. And then Officer Christian Earl is here on the case of Kevin Atisha.
He's
I
gonna
know-
be last. He's smoking in my courtroom.
Absolutely, Your Honor, absolutely. Yeah, so I'll go in there, look for the valid docs, and I'll be right back, Your Honor.
Okay, very good.
Hold on.
No,
Hello?
mute yourself, sweetie. We're not at home or anything like that. All right, Mr. Fikens, if you are ready to start, who are we starting with first?
See, Miss Ash,
All right, I have the following matter for Christina Ash. I have case number SP 128-80141. Miss Ash, unmute and state your full name for me.
Christina Ash.
Okay, a little bit louder for me.
Christina Ash.
All right, thank you so much, ma'am. All right, Mr. Fikens, how are we proceeding?
Judge, I am told that due to compliance, there is a recommendation to dismiss this matter. We join in that recommendation, stipulate the probable cause.
All right, thank you, Ms. Ash. Your matter is dismissed without prejudice. Enjoy the rest of your day and thank you for your patience.
Thank you.
All right, who do we have up next, Mr. Fikens?
John Embry,
Ambry? All right, thank you.
Mr. Embry, please unmute yourself.
I have the following for Mr. Ambry. I have case number SP 123-5700, counts 1, 2, and 3. Mr. Ambry, please state your full name for me.
John Ambry.
Thank you and good afternoon to you, sir.
How you doing? Good
I'm
afternoon.
doing well, thank you. All right,
Okay.
Mr. Fikens, what are we doing?
I know Mr. Embry spoke with Attorney Harris, but I am informed that he wishes to continue his not guilty plea or not continue it. Ask this court to enter a not guilty plea on his behalf, and he seeks a bench trial date at this time.
All right, very good. And what type of establish that he's giving up his right to a jury trial, please?
Yes, Your Honor. Sir, you understand that in this matter, you have a right to a jury trial. Is that correct?
Yes.
And
You
you
have
wish
to
to
speak
waive,
up a little bit louder for me, Mr.
Okay.
Ambry. I can't hear you.
Yes, I do.
and you wish to waive that right and have this matter heard, if it's going to be heard at all, by the court, correct?
Correct.
I'm satisfied, Your Honor. Oh, let me ask one more question. Are you doing this so freely and voluntarily, sir?
Yes, I am.
Thank you. I'm satisfied, Your Honor.
All right, thank you. I'm going to schedule this matter for a bench trial. It will take place on May 13th, 2022 at 1:30 p.m. Anything else for my consideration?
No, Your Honor.
All right, thank you. Thank you, sir, for your patience today. All
Thank
right.
you.
Who do we have up next? If you're not seated, please turn your camera off, because if I turn it off, you're going to be at the end of my docket. Thank you so much. All right.
Attorney Harris, would you like to take over? I did two of your people, Miss Ash and Mr. Ambry.
Okay, we're ready on Miss Anderson. I believe she's listed as iPhone.
Okay, which Miss Anderson? We have a number of Andersons on the docket.
Oops, sorry about that. Craignisha Anderson.
All right, I do have it. I have the following for Miss Anderson. I have SP 123-8451, counts 1, 2, and 3. Miss Anderson, please unmute and tell us who you are.
Nisha Anderson.
I didn't hear your first name. I'm sorry.
Craignisha Anderson.
All right, thank you and good afternoon to you, ma'am.
Good afternoon.
Your Honor, after advising and discussing the matters with Miss Anderson, it's my understanding that she is respectfully requesting a trial, Your Honor, a bench trial. So she is waiving her right to jury trial.
All right, very good. I am going to enter, today is the arraignment, so I'll enter a not guilty plea on your behalf of your client. Is that what you wish to do?
Yes, Your Honor, we will stand mute and waive formal reading.
All right, very good. And then I am going to set this matter for a bench trial. And I'm going to set this one out for June 3rd. And so Attorney Rosenthal, look at those charges. Make sure you have the officers present. June 3rd.
June
be-
3rd, yes, Your Honor.
Yes, at
And-
1:30 PM.
For bench trial, Your Honor?
Yes, sir.
June 3rd. Thank you, Your Honor. And name one more time, I'm sorry.
The name was Cregnisha Anderson.
Thank you, Your Honor.
I have a question though, like,
Well,
I
you
was
can talk
offered-
to Miss Anderson. If you have a question about any offers or anything, you should really talk with your attorney. You don't want to put information out there because it may not be helpful to you. You want to speak back to the attorney?
yes, please.
All right, very good. And so we'll send you back to a breakout room and Ms. Harris will come back, or Mr. Fikens, why don't you go in and talk with her and let's answer your questions. So we want you to get all your questions answered. But you do have your trial date. And if you change your mind about whether or not to accept it, you can certainly come back, okay?
Thank you, Your Honor.
All
Okay.
right. Thank you. Accept the invitation to the
welcome.
breakout room. All right. Who do you have up next, Ms. Harris?
Shalay Anderson.
Thank you. I have the following. I have case number 214-847-121. Count, yes. And 214-847-132. Ma'am, please state your name for the record.
Shalay Anderson.
Thank you and good afternoon to you, Ms. Anderson.
Good afternoon to you.
All right, how are we proceeding?
Your Honor, for purposes of arraignment, my client will stand mute, waive formal reading. We did discuss her rights. She is waiving her right to trial and admitting responsibility pursuant to the recommendation, wherein the civil infraction would be amended to blockading and the misdemeanor matter be dismissed.
All right, upon payment of fines and costs.
Yes, ma'am. I'm going to remember to say that at some point. I'm going to remember.
It's okay, it's okay. All right, very good. Turn to pay, to dismiss. All right, very good. Ma'am, let me have you, Ms. Anderson, please raise your right hand. Do you swear or affirm that the testimony you're about to give will be the truth and nothing but the truth? So help you God.
Yes.
Thank you. You may place your hand down. And Attorney Harris, you may proceed. Uh-oh, she may be having a few little difficulties. So Ms. Anderson, your attorney has indicated that you wish to give up your right to a trial with respect to the matters that are before the court, and you're giving up your right to a formal hearing in order to take advantage of the people's offer. Is that what you wish to do?
Yes.
All right, has anyone promised you anything or forced you in any way to give up your rights?
No.
All right, you're pleading responsible today because you are responsible?
Yes.
All right, ma'am, on the date and time in question, were you driving a motor vehicle in the city of Detroit?
Yes.
And did you fail to stop at a stop sign?
Yes.
All right, I am accepting your plea of responsible. I'm amending that charge to blockading traffic. I am assessing the statutory fine in the amount of $175. And then when can you get that paid, ma'am?
Today.
You can pay it today? Then I am
Yes.
going to adjourn this matter for payment and for dismissal. I'll put it on for, what is Thursday's date? I'll put it on for Thursday, which would be the 28th.
28th.
Yes, April 28th, 2022 at 10:30 a.m. As long as you get it paid before that date, before that time, then you don't have to come back. Your civil infraction will be closed out and your other matter will be dismissed without prejudice, okay?
Okay, thank you.
All right, you are very welcome. Take care.
You as well.
Thank you. All right, there's someone just joining us on a U307AS. I'm not certain who that is, but I don't have a 311 docket. I had a 130 docket today. So I'm not sure who you are, sir. You'll have to put your name on your tagline. All right, very good. Who do we have up next?
Tyler Ayers.
Yeah, this is me, right? Yes.
Oh, okay. All right. He just doesn't have it up. All right. I hadn't seen that exchange. Ayers, last name Ayers?
Yes, Ayers.
Yes, ma'am.
All right, thank you. I have the following. I have case number SP 124-3233, counts 1, 2, and 3. Sir, please state your name for the record.
Tyler Ayers.
All right, thank you, sir. Good afternoon to you.
Good afternoon to you too, Your Honor.
All right, thank you. How are we proceeding, counsel?
Your Honor, for purposes of arraignment, my client would stand mute, waive formal reading of the information. It's my understanding that he is waiving his right to trial and entering a plea pursuant to the recommendation, wherein he would plead guilty to count 1, failing to display a valid license, the remaining counts to be dismissed upon payment.
All right, so count 1 is driver's license never acquired. Is it being amended to failure to display?
Yes, Your Honor.
Yes.
Okay, very good. All
Your,
right.
Your Honor, I apologize. If I could just have 2 minutes, please.
I
and
got
thank
you. You're good. Go ahead. All right, sir, please raise your right hand for me, Mr. Ayers. Do you swear or affirm that the testimony you're about to give will be the truth and nothing but the truth? So help you God.
Yes, ma'am.
All right, thank you so much. Sir, you understand that with respect to the matters that are before this court on today, that you have a right to a trial, including a jury trial.
Yes, ma'am.
And do you understand that if I accept your plea of guilty as to any of these matters, that you are forever giving up your right to a trial?
Yes, ma'am.
Has anyone forced you or promised you anything to get you to give up your right to a trial?
No, Your Honor.
All right, very good. You're pleading guilty today because you are in fact guilty.
Yes, ma'am.
All right, very good. On the date and time in question, were you driving a motor vehicle in the city of Detroit?
Yes, I was.
Were you pulled over by the police?
Yes, I was.
Did they ask you for a driver's license?
Yes.
And did you have a valid driver's license?
No, ma'am.
All right, I am satisfied. I'm accepting your plea of guilty. I need Mr. Mamoon to sit down somewhere, anywhere. All right, I'm accepting your plea of guilty. I'm amending the charge to failure to display a valid operator's license. I am going to sentence you as follows. I am going to set our cost in the amount of 220. No, this is arraignment. Cost will be $195. The fine will be set at $25. How quickly can you get this matter paid, sir?
Probably the next 2 weeks.
In 2 weeks? All right. So
Yeah.
this is what I'm going to do. I'm going to adjourn this to pay. And I'm going to put it on for May 16th, 2022. And that'll be at 10:30 a.m.
Okay.
And as long as you get it paid before that date, before that time, you don't need to come back to court. Your other 2 matters will be dismissed. Okay?
Okay.
All right. Thank you so much, sir. Enjoy the rest of your day. Thank you for your patience.
Okay, you too.
All right.
Thank you.
Very good. Okay, who do we
All
have
right.
up next? Miss
Your
Here?
Honor,
Yes.
we have, her name is actually, I think it's Kalia Donald. However, it's listed under her middle name as her last name. So her last name is on the docket would be Amani.
Okay.
Very interesting.
Okay, we still gonna service her today. Let's do it. I need her to turn on her camera. There she is. Let's do it. I have case number 217-421-89, counts 1 and 2. Ma'am, please state your name for the record.
Kalia Donald.
And Your Honor, for
All right, thank you. Go ahead, Miss Harris, and then I have you, Miss Harris, okay?
Okay, thank you. For purposes of arraignment, my client would stand mute, waive formal reading of the information. We have discussed her rights. She is waiving her right to trial and or formal hearing, because I believe there is also a count 3. And pursuant to the recommendation, she would plead guilty to count 2. It would be amended to fail to display, counts 1 and 3 to be dismissed.
Okay, wait a minute. She's pleading to count 2, so then counts 1 and 3 to be dismissed. Is that correct?
Yes. don't know what I said, but yeah.
Yes, all right, all right, we got it, we got it, we got it. All right, very good, you're good. Ms. Donald, please raise your right hand. Do you swear or affirm that the testimony you're about to give will be the truth and nothing but the truth? So help you God.
Yes.
Thank you. Ms. Donald, you understand that you have a right to a trial with respect to the matters that are before this court?
Yes.
Do you also understand that if I accept your plea of guilty as to any of the matters, that you are giving up your right to trial or a formal hearing as to all of the matters that are before this court?
Yes.
Has anyone promised you anything or threatened you in any way to get you to plead guilty on today?
No.
Are you pleading guilty because you are in fact guilty?
Yes.
Thank you, ma'am. On the date and time in question in the city of Detroit, were you operating a motor vehicle?
Yes.
Were you stopped by the police?
Yes.
Did they ask you for a driver's license?
Yes.
And did you have a valid operator's license?
No.
All right, very good. I am accepting your plea of guilty. I'm amending the charge to failure to display a valid operator's license. I am assessing our cost in the amount of $195. The fine will be $25. How quickly can you get this paid, ma'am?
In a week.
In 1 week?
I guess I need time, sorry.
Okay, how much time do you need?
No longer than a month.
Okay, I want to make sure I'm setting you up to win, ma'am. So make sure you let me know what's going on. So this is what I'm going to do. I'm going to adjourn you out to June 1st, okay? I'll give you that time to pay, adjourn to pay until June 1st, 2022 at 10:30 a.m. As long as you get it paid, you don't have to come back. Your other two matters will be dismissed. If you don't get it paid before that date, you have to come back to court on June 1st, because otherwise I'm going to set aside everything that we did on today, okay?
Okay.
All right, very good. Thank you for your patience today.
Thank you.
All right, and Ms. Mack, if you could add count 3 to my docket, I'd appreciate it.
Yes, ma'am.
All right, wonderful. Who do we have up next?
I thought we did Mr. Ambry, although I still see him
Yes.
on the screen.
Yes.
We did
Mr.
that one.
Embry
Okay.
is free to leave, so I'll go ahead and take him out of the courtroom. Help us out. All right, very good. Who do we have up next?
And I am not certain about the other individuals. I believe that is everyone that was in the breakout room
All right,
with me.
so I have
I'll take
Mr. Fikes. I don't know, did someone speak with Jay Lee?
I don't think anyone has made contact with him. I
Okay,
don't think
because
that-
Mr. Lee, you won't accept the invitation to the breakout room. I need you to accept it. Miss Wilson, if you could send Mr. Lee and maybe Attorney Reed to a breakout room,
Thank
a
you.
different breakout room, because maybe he doesn't know how to go back and accept it. I need him to accept the invitation. All right, thank you so much. Mr. Fikens, who do we have up next?
Thank you, Your Honor. Mr. Ogden, Kareem Mamoon Ogden.
Again, let me find it. I have it. I have the following. Mr. Mamoon was moving all around and I just couldn't get my bearings together. I'm going to ask you to unmute, Mr. Mamoon. All right, unmute for me. I'm gonna place your case number on the record. I have case number U5997561. Mr. Ogden, state your, wait a minute, did I get him right? Yes, state your full name for me. I need you to unmute for me first.
Yeah.
There you go.
Moon Mike Agubi Kareem.
All right, very good. I know you're busy working, it looks like it.
I apologize, but my power was going off. I had to get charger so I can keep, so I won't lose power.
That's
I
okay.
apologize, Your
You're
Honor.
good. That's okay. He's scheduled for trial today. Are the parties ready to proceed?
Yeah, yes, we are, Judge. There is an offer in this matter, which my client wishes to avail himself of. We've been trying to get into compliance. We've moved this matter through a pretrial to a trial date. He's almost there. He's not there yet, Judge, and I don't wish to waste any more of this court's time. I think he's been diligent. He still has to be diligent, but there's an offer that if he pleads no contest, Your Honor, to the charge, and the case would be dismissed upon payment of fines and costs. My client understands that, Judge, and wishes to go forward.
All right, very good. Let me have you raise your right hand, Mr. Ogden. Do you swear or affirm that the testimony you're about to give will be the truth and nothing but the truth? So help you God.
I do.
Thank you. You may place your hand down. Mr. Ficus, you may proceed.
Thank you. Sir, as you and I have discussed, you understand you have a right to a trial, correct?
Yes, sir.
And you wish to give up that right and enter a plea of no contest today, correct?
Yes, correct.
Are you making this decision freely and voluntarily?
Yes, sir.
Has anyone forced you into doing this or promised you anything to get you to plead no contest today?
No.
Your Honor, I'm satisfied as to his constitutional waiver. For the purpose of establishing liability, we would stipulate to the face of the ticket that on the date of this incident, he did not have a business license.
All right.
Yes, sir.
And so, Mr. Ficus, Mr. Rosenthal, Mr. Ogden, my concern is you should not be conducting that business without the appropriate license from the city. That is a huge concern for me. So, Mr. Ficus, where's your client? I'm accepting the plea of no contest, but
If I could address that, Judge, and
Yeah.
here's what we talked about maybe adjourning this because he said to me that he obtained the clearance today. I don't want to belabor this point anymore. He's either gotten the clearance or not. The ticket, the license will either be issued or not. That's the city's problem and his problem, and he has to continue to work on that, Judge. But I do think, I know he's been working on it because this is the third time I've now seen him. And I think he's being honest with me. He's shown me other paperwork, the applications he's made, the things that he's done to really get into compliance. If we had another month or two, but I don't want to, I understand the court's point that you have to have a license to have a business. He accepts that. He's working on it. So we thought that rather than ask this court for even more additional time than we have asked before, that we would go ahead with this plea. I think it's in the best interest of my client because he's so far along in the procedure, Judge. I think he's going to get that clearance very soon in a paper in the mail, but we realized we didn't get it at the time that we should have, and we realized it's a trial date today. That's why the plea, that's what Mr. Rosenthal and I discussed. And so as he should have had it. He should have it today. But I don't have the paperwork in front of me to prove it to the prosecutor's satisfaction. I understand that.
Yes, and Your Honor, if I may, and we also have Officer McCarroll here as well.
I need them to come on.
Yes, Your Honor.
Yeah, into the screen.
Officer McCarroll, are you there?
Yes, Officer Mackerel.
Mackerel, I'm sorry, ma'am.
I'm like, I didn't see a McCarroll. Okay.
I'm sorry.
That's okay. All right, place your name and your badge number on the record for me, please.
Officer Michaela Mackerel, badge 3961.
All right, thank you so much for being here. And officer, I hope you heard my concerns about the continued operation of a business without a business license. The business license is something that should be secured before you even open your doors to service one customer. You should have that business license, not after the fact. And then when it's time to renew, you can start renewing at least 9 months before the license is expired. And I expect business owners to do that in the city of Detroit, because what it says to the people who live here and the people who shop here and the people who utilize your service is that the city department has done their due diligence to make sure that the building is in compliance, that what you're selling is in compliance, and that people can feel safe and secure in going into your establishment, and that they can get quality goods or services from you. And without that license, that's a problem for me. That's a huge problem for me.
I understand, Your Honor. You're absolutely right, and I'm working diligently to get it. I will have to get it. It's not a matter of I have to get it. It's not because of the court. Yeah, yes, ma'am.
But my concern is that you're still collecting money from folks in the city of Detroit, and you don't have it. That's a
I
problem.
have about 6, 7 other licenses, not just one, but this one, I didn't
But
have
you
it
don't,
then.
but you don't have the one that you're
Yes.
required to have.
I understand, Your Honor, and
All
I'm
right.
working on it.
All right, I understand.
Thank you very
understand,
much,
But
Your
I
Honor.
have an issue, Mr. Rosenthal, with people collecting money in the city of Detroit and they do not have the appropriate licenses because they won't go anywhere else outside of Detroit and do that. They won't open
Absolutely,
up
Your
a
Honor.
business in Bloomfield Hills or anywhere else without a license and be able to make money off of people, and they are not in compliance. And I don't want
Absolutely.
them doing it in this city, which happens to be my city.
As today is the date and time for trial, Your Honor, we could either adjourn this or we could take this to trial
No,
today.
I've accepted
Okay.
his plea of no contest.
And I would just, and this was after having conversations back and forth with Attorney Fikens. It seems like the individual is making the proper steps to obtain the license. I wasn't going to dismiss anything until I have valid documentation, Your Honor. I agree 100% with you that in order to operate a business in this city, you must have a license. And outside of adjourning, I do want him, to pay the fines and the costs. I just want to see him go through the process, because if he doesn't, it's going to pop up again. And if it does, this is not going to be the outcome.
You're absolutely right, sir.
Okay.
You're absolutely right.
All right.
I'm working on it, and I understand that.
All right.
And Judge, if I might, because I don't know if I mentioned this as part of the plea agreement, but it would be dismissible upon payment of fines and costs.
Absolutely. But if he does not have that license and he is still collecting money from the people in the great city of Detroit, then he should be ticketed again. It should not happen. It's against the law.
Absolutely.
It's against the law. That's why he's here. I'm ready for sentencing. I'm assessing the cost. Today it was scheduled for trial, which meant we brought in an officer on today. I am scheduling the cost. I'm setting the cost at $250. And then as to the fine, I'm setting the fine at $200. And so, sir, how quickly can you get this matter paid?
In fact, do I have to come there to pay it, or can I pay it over the phone with a debit card or something? Or
I believe you can pay it online. I don't know about over the phone with a debit card.
online is fine. I can pay
Yes,
online.
You
Yeah.
can pay it online. Give my clerk a second to get it into the system though, okay?
Okay,
Give her
thank
a
you, Your
moment
Honor.
to do that.
Thank you very much, Your Honor. I
All right.
appreciate it.
And then
And
upon payment, it'll be dismissed without prejudice.
Thank you very much, Your Honor.
All right. Thank you all. Thank you, Officer Mackerel. Thank you, Attorney Rosenthal. Thank you, Mr. Ogden. All right.
Thank you, Your Honor.
All right. Who do we
Thank
have
you.
up next?
Judge, we have somebody on Christian's iPhone. I don't know who that person is, and I didn't speak to that person. I don't know who Christian.
I don't know.
I'm
Can
Has
Can I
someone?
leave?
Oh, yes, no.
Yes, sir. You can leave. Thank you.
Yes, no, this is Christian Earl, Your Honor. He is he's an officer here, and it's for the last individual, Mr. Atisha. If it's okay with you, Your Honor, I would like to dismiss the officer. Officer Earl gave me everything, and as well as the defense counsel, and he's been very patient, Your Honor.
Yes, absolutely. But before you go, officer, I'd like you to place your name and badge number so we have a record. I'm ready. I think I'm ready to call. Have I called everybody else other than that person?
Your Honor, Attorney Reed, he just contacted me. He's in the breakout room with a Mr. Aldridge. That case should be coming to a conclusion, and we should be good to go.
All right, very good. I'm ready to call Mr. Atisha's case. I do have to give him the ability to start his video. Is counsel ready, Attorney Mo? And then officer, after you place your appearance on the record, you are certainly free to leave. Thank you for your patience today. I have case number U5997532 for Mr. Atisha. Where's the attorney?
Judge, I don't think he had an attorney.
Oh, I'm sorry. I thought Attorney Mo was here for him. No?
Oh, no, that's someone else, Your Honor. I'm not sure if Attorney Mo should still be here, but we were going to push that out. That was an arraignment, Your Honor, and I need to see valid documentation before I do anything.
Okay, all right. Very good. Officer, place your name and badge number on the record for me, please.
Officer Christian Earl, badge number 1021.
All right. Thank you so much, sir.
Yes,
All
ma'am.
right. Mr. Atisha, please state your name for the record.
Kevin Atisha.
Thank you. All right, Mr. Fikens, how are we proceeding?
Judge, first, I know I couldn't hear my client, but I know that he was apologizing to this court for smoking in the courtroom. Secondly, Judge, as to the substance of the matter, because he showed compliance, there is a recommendation to dismiss. We join in that recommendation, stipulate the probable cause.
All right, thank you. And I don't believe he has any other matters outstanding at 36th District Court. I am going to dismiss the matter without prejudice. Thank you to the parties. You are excused.
Thank you.
Judge,
Your Honor.
something.
Yeah.
May I?
Yes,
I do apologize for my behavior. I did not know I was on the court, and I have no excuse, but I apologize to your courtroom.
okay, Mr. Atish.
Morning.
I'm sorry.
For the disrespect that I showed your courtroom this afternoon, I apologize.
Okay, you're good. It's one of my pet peeves because people come on here and they smoke and I know we're in a pandemic, but we can't reduce our morals and values and standards just because we're in a pandemic. And so it's one of my pet peeves, and I fuss when folks smoke in my courtroom and go to the bathroom and walk across the screen without clothes on, and it sends my rocket to the moon.
I respect that. I thought I sent your rocket to the moon.
No, one of the things you were doing sent it, but you're good. You're good. I'm glad you got a dismissal today. Take good care of yourself. All right. All right. You too. Thank you. All right. Do we have anyone else for 1:30 that's ready?
Yes, Judge, I went into a breakout room with James L. It's James Aldridge on the docket, scheduled for Raymond at 1:30.
Yes.
Did he come back with me? I don't see
No,
him.
he's asking for help. So Ms. Wilson, if you could take him out of the breakout room, that would be great. Other than Mr. Aldridge, is there anyone else that we're waiting on?
No, Your Honor.
All right, wonderful. Well, let's see if we can get Mr. Aldridge back. If not, I'm going to start calling the remainder of the docket. Let's see, I think he's joining us. There he is. All right, let me place his case numbers on the record. SP 1236295, counts 1 and 2. Mr. Aldridge, please state your full name.
James Aldridge.
All right, thank you, sir. How are we proceeding?
Judge, there's a recommendation to dismiss valid documentation. We join in that recommendation. We skip the probable cause. We'd ask the court to dismiss these two matters.
All right, thank you. Ms. Mack, does Mr. Aldridge have any other outstanding matters, or does he owe money for anything at 36th District Court?
No.
Your name's not Ms. Mack.
Oh, just these two cases, Judge.
All right, then your matters are dismissed without prejudice, sir. Thank you for your patience, okay?
Thank you. You have a great day.
All right, you do the same.
Thank you.
Thank you, Judge.
All
Thank you,
right.
sir.
You're welcome. Thank you, sir.
I'm ready to call the remainder of the docket. Again, my show cause date will be May 11th, 2022 at 1:30 p.m. For those matters that are going to be capious, the bond will be set at a personal bond unless stated otherwise by this court. I'm on the 1:30 docket. I have for Martini Adams Calloway, SP 1233711. That will be a show cause. For Christopher Adams, SP 1237291, show cause. For Muhammad Al Abodi, SP 1216176, counts 1 and 2, show cause.
And then if I may, Your Honor, that was the attorney Mo was on for them. For Muhammad
I
Al
don't know where
Abudi.
I
don't know where he went. I can check my breakout room, but I don't.
Okay, you can check it. I also have SP 121622211, and that will be a show cause as well, unless we locate Mr. Amuni, Mr. Mo, Attorney Mo, but his client, I didn't see his client.
No,
His client is required to be here.
absolutely, Your Honor. His
Yeah.
client wasn't on, and he is not in my breakout room. So I don't know if he dismissed himself.
Yep, I'm good with it. It'll be a show cause. For
Yes, Your Honor.
Kimberly, thank you so much. For Kimberly Alexander, I have case number SP 1235980, counts 1, 2, and 3. And those matters will all be set for show cause. And for Kimberly Alexander, SP 123-73081, that will be a default judgment. For Garrick Allen, SP 122-86101, that will be a show cause. For Janiyah Allen, SP 123-78011, show cause. For last name Al Nasser, SP 123-72901, show cause. I'm going down now to Edric Anderson, SP 123-4497, counts 1, 2, and 3. All of those will be scheduled for show cause. For Rodney Anderson, U60733121, that will also be a show cause. For Jerome Andrews, I have the following: case number SP 1235978, counts 1 and 2. Case number SP 1235983, counts 1 and 2. And then case number SP 1235991, all of those will be set for a show cause hearing. And then for Jerome Anderson, I have case number SP 1235993, counts 2 and 3. Both of those will be default judgments. For Brandon Anthony, SP 123-1870, counts 1 and 2. Both will be show cause. For Daryl Armstead, case number SP 123-7214, counts 1, 2, and 3. All of those will be show cause. For Ronald Artis, case numbers, give me a second. Case numbers SP 123-8081, counts 1, 2, and 3. All 3 of those will be show cause. And then for Ronald Artis, SP 123-8048, counts 1, 2, and 3. Those will all 3 be default judgments. For Carmelisha Ayers, SP 123-48311, show cause. Also, count 2 for Miss Ayers would be a show cause. Did I miss anything on the docket for the afternoon docket?
No, Judge.
No.
That I saw, Your Honor, no.
All right, very good. Then we are in great shape. Thank you all for your patience. Thank you for allowing me to do my staffing and work in between. And so I didn't get all of my staffing done, but we at least got yet tomorrow done. And so I appreciate you all. Thank you, Ms. Harris, for serving on today. And I will see you all in the morning. Thank you, Mr.
Thank you.
Rosenthal, Mr.
Thank you,
Rudy.
Have a great day, everyone.
Have a great day. We did it.
Yes, we did it.